Senator Ben Toews is with us. Senator Toews, thank you for joining us. This is your bill. You brought it before us. How did you think the hearing went yesterday? We've been going through some of these strange arguments against this bill. What has been your reaction to this, sir?
Thanks, Matt, for having me on. I was totally blindsided by some of these questions. It's such a simple issue, honestly. What all of us were sent down here to do, which is protect the rights of the citizens who elected us to office. So it totally caught me off guard. I was like, I didn't even know what to think part of the time because they were coming at me from the strangest angles that often it was clear that they hadn't even read the bill. Not the guys up front there. It seemed like they had, but the testimony, somebody must have sent out an email to a bunch of people that said, go testify against this without telling them why. And so they just came and babbled about something that didn't have anything to do with the bill. Often the bill did the exact opposite of what they would talk about. And it actually protects your right to free speech. And they were saying somehow it was infringing on their free speech. So an obvious misunderstanding. What I really didn't get a chance to say during the hearing that I wanted to say was that there is a cost. There is a very real cost to someone, and the whole idea of an ATM. There's a cost to hire an attorney. There's a cost in your time and in your energy to pursue any of this. I don't think that we don't see people doing that, like going after and just trying to make money off of this, because there's a very real risk that you're going to lose the attorney's fees and you're going to lose your time and energy if what you're fighting for is found to be frivolous or you're not able to prevail. So I think that's just a ridiculous argument, and I wished I'd gotten a chance to say that in the hearing.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to have you on so that way we can get that message out there, because this is a very important bill, and what you brought here and the arguments that were being made. I think you've got a great partner there with Representative Bruce Skog on the House side for this, and hopefully when he brings it to the floor, because this did pass out of committee, so it'll be headed to the floor, and if it does get a vote, that he will have enough from this hearing to address those concerns and really keep it on point. I know I don't want to hold you too long. I know you got to go get some lunch before your next business here, but any last minute words on this, on any support? We're going to rally people to contact their representatives and make sure they vote on this, but any last actions here?
Just the whole thing is this legislation is about protecting individuals' rights. And it's very disappointing when we see people looking at how to protect the government or protect the system. And honestly, it's mind-boggling to me to think of things that way. It's just not the way I think at all. And it's really concerning to me that there are people that are looking here like, how do we protect the system? How do we protect the government? And I'm like, it's citizens who need protecting. All the cards are stacked in the government's favor. Citizens actually standing up and speaking, using their freedom of speech and then defending it if it's infringed upon. That takes a lot of courage. And so, yeah, I see the same thing in other areas. I see people arguing I'm bringing legislation to protect kids, and I'll have people argue well, what about protecting the school system, or what about protecting this system or that system? I'm like, sorry, we know who we're sent here to represent. We're here to represent the citizens that elected us to office, and the system protects itself plenty well. That's not our role.
Absolutely. God bless you, Senator Toews. You're doing some great work, and we wish you the best. Where can people follow you if they want to keep in touch?
You can go under Ben for Idaho on Substack to get my newsletter. So Ben, the number 4 Idaho, and then my website's benforidaho.com. Same thing, and on Facebook as well.
Fantastic. All right, Senator Toews, thank you so much for joining us. We'll circle back when this thing gets a vote.
Thank you. Sounds good.
All right, take care.